was a young man who had a very interesting but tragic life. He belonged to a minority racial group, and from birth and childhood he had felt the oppression of the popular opinion against the people with whom he was related. He was hurt, damaged, antagonized, frustrated, and finally became actively rebellious. With the power of economic need and with the profession for which he had been educated, he was able to keep this particular problem rather under control. He worked out some of it through dream symbolism, he worked out some of it through psychological counseling, and he worked out some more of it by being busy doing things that took his energies and gave him a certain sense of fulfillment. Somewhere along the line, this individual suddenly developed an addiction to alcohol, which is, of course, not by any means as excessive usually as some other addictions. But within 3 months, this man was destroyed. The moment he lost the control of his own conscious mind, every misery, every persecution, every bit of misfortune that went back for generations in his family surged out, and he actually committed crime. He would never have committed crime had the pressure within himself not been so intense and the defenses against it had been gradually removed by alcohol. Therefore, any individual who is not happy in a normal state will be more unhappy under the addiction of any form of stimulant which breaks down the defenses of the conscious character of the person. We have passed through in the last century, in the present century, we have passed through 2 world wars, great depressions, and we're in the midst of complete planetary upheaval. This should be the great challenge. To meet this, every individual should be using the very best mental equipment that he has. He should be thinking seriously on the ways in which he can think straight in a crooked situation, how he can survive all of these difficulties simply because he has resources within himself that are stronger than the pressures on the outside. Today, the average young person does not have these resources, and older persons in various walks of life also lack these resources. It is not today very good or easy to find the type of life that would contribute to security. If we go into, for instance, our entertainment world, we find that the entire programs of television, stage, theater, all these elements are completely corrupted. They are broken down into the gratification of the very miseries with which we are trying to protect ourselves against. We are in the face of a series of phantoms, illusions, dream images, imaginary stories, all kinds of psychological pressures that exist for only one reason, namely to make money.